What's up, guys? Well, they say making videos on train tracks is cliche. They say using smoke bombs is cliche. I guess I don't care much about that because I'm up $4,725 on the day. Another green day, really solid. And guess what? Tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, I'm gonna host a workshop where I'm gonna walk you through my strategy of how to find these stocks, how to manage risk, where I get in, where I get out. So make sure you guys register, and I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning for our live pre-market analysis and then the workshop at 1 p.m. All right, everyone. So we're going to do our midday market recap here, go over the trades from this morning. You will see that I am up over $4,000 again for the second day in a row. So that puts total profits at about $10,000 for the last 3 days of trading. I traded in both my main account and my retirement account today, making $3,278 in the retirement account and then $1,448 in my main account. After I hit the first winner on Yuma in my main account, I switched to my retirement account and said, I'm going to trade DPW in this one because I feel like it's a little riskier and I just kind of want to lock up profit on one side and start over for the day. And so when I did that on DPW, as soon as it broke right here, 850, I was pressing the buy button, boom, 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 boom to get in. I actually tried to buy 9,000 shares. I stepped up to the plate. Unfortunately, it gave me a rejected notice of no buying power. And so I had to call Lightspeed real quick and say, hey, it says I have no buying power in my IRA. And they said, okay, yeah, we see what's going on. We reset it. By the time they reset it, it was pulling back here. So I did trade it through this area and, made $900 on it. But boy, that's some sad stuff to miss that trade because from 850, it squeezed up immediate. I mean, this was the apex point of the pre-market chart. It was 868 and I was jumping in 850. I was probably going to add it 870 or whatever. That's what I was watching, this 868, 870 spot. And, that gave us an immediate break of 9, a hit to 974, a pullback, a tap up at 1068. And then I had to tell myself, all right, don't let the frustration and FOMO of missing that really good setup because of, your buying power issue convince you to market order into it up here. Because then I could stop out down here and just like I went from potential winner, a potential huge loss. So I gave myself a second and then bought this dip for this scalp right here and bought this dip for this scalp right here. So 2 little setups there and a third one right here. And then that was my last trade of the day on DPW. Was it? Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, and because then it rolled over here. So DPW, this one was on our watch list this morning. We knew it had potential, right? Tomorrow, during the workshop, 1 p.m. Eastern. Those of you guys who have some time at 1 p.m. and are interested in registering and joining, I'm going to be walking you through my strategy. So it's basically a 2.5 hour long course on day trading. And I'm going to be talking about the 5 criteria for a stock to have home run potential. And we could talk about DPW tomorrow because it met all of the criteria. Now, I'd like you guys in the chat room to post how much you made on DPW this morning. I see Philippe. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, good job. You've got some profits on both DPW and Yuma. I see by this logo right here that you're trading in our simulator, which is awesome. So simulated trading, which is great. Shay, $7,500 of real money. David down 800. Chris up 600. Let's see, 1,200, 3,000 in the sim. Don, good job. And I think there were some people that posted P&Ls up here a little further. Tyrone, 1,700, awesome. 300, nice. 660. Good job, you guys. Eric, 1,600. So a couple of those that you called out earlier. So, I mean, really, very, very good stuff. $4,500, 220. You guys are hitting your daily goal. Every single one of you guys, who are watching this back on YouTube or Facebook, I want you to get excited because there's a community of traders right here every single day trading the markets. DPW, we knew pre-market. We knew way back here that this one had potential. I only pulled $900 of profit out of it, but that's because I missed the one really good setup. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes right before the bell, your internet drops. Sometimes these things happen and you have to roll with the punches. You can't let it get you frustrated because, the problem is if you let it get you frustrated, then that's where you end up overcompensating by being super aggressive up here and just totally screwing yourself up. So on this one, I, missed a potential trade here. Now, if I had gotten my 9,000 shares at 870, what do you think I would have done when it broke 9? I would have sold half. I wouldn't have held the whole thing up $2 a share without selling any of it. I would never do that because I trade for income. I trade to make money every single day, which means I need to consistently take money off the table when I have it. So I would have sold half at 9. I might have sold the rest at 950. I might have added back at 975 for the break of 10 and then sold another half up here. So, realistically, it could have been $4,000, $5,000, $6,000. But, it didn't work out. So anyways, DPW coming back down now, so that's no good. So that was our leading gapper. Second leading gapper was Yuma, Y-U-M-A, up 196% pre-market with a float of less than 1 million shares, under $10, with volume, with a catalyst. I jumped into it as soon as the bell rang. All right, the bell rings, and I jumped in expecting an immediate rip here from 370 up to $4. We knew we had a daily level around 408, which I drew on this chart as per chapter 4 of the day trade course. So on this one, the market opened and it actually, I guess it opened low. I don't know what happened, but it opened and it dipped down for a second. It says 340 and then ripped up. I jumped in anticipating the break of 4. It squeezed up to 390 and then came right back down. So I sold this for a $1,400 profit right here. And this was the first trade out of the gates. And I took 12,000 shares. So I made like 12 cents per share. It really, or a little more than that. It wasn't a huge winner. It was kind of disappointing because I was holding it when it hit 390. I was up over $3,000 and then it dropped right back down. So that wasn't ideal. It came back down, but here it curled back up. So right here, you can see this break of 35. I got in as soon as it broke that level to scalp this move, thinking we were going to do a red to green on the 5-minute setup. First 5-minute candle to make a new high was right here. So as that candle broke, I jumped in at 30, 35, right in that area. It squeezes up to 385, pulls back. I buy the pullback. I try to do a scalp here. It does a false breakout right here. I lose a little bit on that. I then get back in right here, give it a second try, and it rips up to 420. I add here thinking it's going to continue, and I stop out here. I then get back in right here, and it rips up to a high of 485. So this one faked me out a couple times. It kind of faked me out at the open. It faked me out definitely right here. It faked me out right in here. But when it ripped, it moved fast. So it was one that I said, I'm going to keep giving it, a couple of tries because it might fake me out a couple times. But when it rips, I want to be holding it for that breakout. So, I ended up doing a pretty good job with that. And, the profits show for it. So, again, today, trading in both sides. I don't do this every day. In fact, a lot of days I don't trade in my retirement account at all. I only trade in my main account. But trying to, I think, kind of be a little more conservative and be a little more consistent about taking the profit when I have it, taking it off the table, and then coming back to the market with smaller share size initially is sort of what I'm thinking. Although trying to take 9,000 shares of DPW was not actually smaller share size. But in any case, so a nice little hot streak here. Awesome trading on Thursday. On Friday, we had an amazing move on PSTV. PSTV on Friday ended up going into the close, squeezing up to $17. So we got nice continuation there. This morning it sold off, so no trades on it. It's below the 200 moving average. You can see all these lines on my charts. I'll remove some of these here now that I don't need them anymore. But yeah, good action. So we'll finish up plus $4,600 this morning, just about. So that's more than 10,000 in the last 3 days, and I want to keep this hot streak going by having another solid day tomorrow. We'll see pre-market what the scanners look like. If we see some good stocks on it the way we did today, we'll know that we're going to have some more potential. So I would say, buckle up. We've got some volatility, and this is a time to capitalize on it. And, typically, I probably would be even more aggressive than I'm being right now. But I'm trying to be mindful that it is still August. There's a lot of traders who are probably on summer vacation and stuff like that. And it might not be really smart for me to go super, super aggressive until we come into what is traditionally a hotter time of the year, which is when we come into the fall. So anyways, that's it for me. Again, hope to see you guys tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern, in the webinar, and everyone else, I'll see you guys, of course, tomorrow, 9:15, as usual, for pre-market analysis. All right, see you guys in the morning. If you're still watching, you must have really enjoyed that video. So why not subscribe and get email alerts anytime I upload new content? Remember, when you subscribe, you become a member of the Warrior Trading family.